Israel just bombed Gaza over 100 times, slaughtering at least 36 Palestinians and bringing their total ceasefire violation count to 41 and their total Palestinians murdered during the ceasefire to at least 91. The reason this happened was because of another lie by the Zionist regime. There was an explosion earlier today in Rafah, an area in southern Gaza that is currently occupied by Zionist forces, and Israel responded by announcing that they were targeting dozens of locations in Gaza and cutting all food, aid, and water from reaching the Palestinian people. Shortly after the explosion, American officials in the White House and in the Pentagon realized that this incident was not linked to Hamas, but was caused by an Israeli settler bulldozer running over unexploded ordnance as it demolished some of the remaining Palestinian homes in Rafah. While Israel continues to place the blame on Hamas and use it to collectively punish the Palestinian people, behind the scenes they've put a censor on this story from being published because they don't want to acknowledge that they've continued to demolish Palestinian civilization despite this truce that's supposed to be in place. 2 Israeli settlers were injured in this explosion who run private companies that have gone to Gaza for the last week and have been demolishing Palestinian homes. After U.S. officials correctly recognized that Netanyahu saying he was cutting off all food aid and water from reaching Gaza was going to completely destroy what's left of this sham of a ceasefire, the United States informed Israel that we knew what happened, and Netanyahu quickly changed his tune and decided that he would reopen the crossings in just a few hours. As always, there is no such thing as a ceasefire for Palestinians living under the boot of the Zionist regime. When Palestinians kill Zionist soldiers, it's called terrorism. When Israelis kill Palestinian civilians, it's called a ceasefire. For the past 2 years, Israeli society has told us very openly, very honestly, that they wanted the hostages back so they could then go back in and finish this genocide, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Israel still wants to ethnically cleanse the Palestinians from Gaza, with Israel's finance minister, Bezalel Smotrich, reaffirming this deadly promise to build Jewish Zionist settlements in Gaza as recently as 2 days ago. I'm urging you to keep your hearts with Gaza. Now is the worst time to abandon them. This sham of a ceasefire is colonial, meant to carve up Gaza under Trump and Netanyahu, and to soften your anger against the Zionist regime, to pull back pressure against Israel because they're starting to crack. And we cannot allow this. We must maintain and even increase this pressure to achieve liberation for the Palestinian people. If you want to support my work, then please go to my bio and follow me on Substack for completely free. Thank you, and free Palestine.
You're really going to let him? They leveled Gaza. They literally have 10,000 people missing in Gaza right now as we speak, presumed dead, trapped under the rubble. Over the weekend, they recovered over 200 bodies. You want to talk about the IDF protecting innocent human life? Why don't we talk about the Hannibal Directive and how many Israelis the IDF shot and killed on October 7th? This is something that Yoav Gallant, the former military minister for Israel, foreign defense minister, came out and said that did happen. We would rather not allow Hamas to take these hostages and use them as leverage. By the way, that's the same Yoav Gallant who, after October 7th, said that the Israelis should not negotiate for the release of the hostages and instead engage in a military operation in Gaza, which is what they did. They've leveled the Gaza Strip. There's nothing for these Palestinian people to go home to. And you want to talk about how the Palestinians and Hamas have rejected offers for a two-state solution after the clean break memo, after Netanyahu made abundantly clear that he would not allow for the formation of a Palestinian state, after the fact that every effort at creating a two-state solution was undermined by the Israelis. They don't want a two-state solution. The Likud's founding charter pursues the Greater Israel Project. They want that land. They're going to pursue that land. They're going to steal that land. And look, I am hoping that there will be lasting peace. But I'm also smart enough to pay close attention to what's going on in Israeli media. And based on what's being said in Israeli media, it does not appear as though there's going to be a lasting ceasefire. And I'm worried about that. So, look, Shabbos can sit here and lie about how, oh, it's all Hamas's fault and the wonderful, precious, innocent Israeli government has only done the right thing and only the right thing. But that's just not true. They have committed war crimes. The IDF has committed atrocities that I never thought I would ever see in my lifetime. I thought humans had evolved past that kind of disgusting war crime behavior. And so to talk about how, like, oh, everything is so great, and Israel, we're going to go ahead and launder their reputation after the atrocities that they committed, after the genocide they carried out. And by the way, the continued atrocities that are currently taking place in the West Bank, I'm not going to sit here and stand for that. It's disgusting.